And we are back. Retro Myrtle Beach Guy. It's happening. And it's happening. So over here by 8th Ave, right across from Mount Atlanticus. They are, of course, shut down for the season. But, yeah, it looks like they're doing some remodeling. Definitely painting. Everything's in the primer phase, or most stuff's in the primer phase right now. Yeah, Mount Atlanticus is a real fixture here downtown and has been for decades. And it looks like they're going with a little bit of a brighter color palette this season. And it is touted as the largest mini golf course in the world, but I think they go by height. Well, and as you can see, they're doing a little renovation work down here on Sun City Cafe, and you know I was running down to document every bit of this. Just look at the art on this hand-painted sign, those letters. I mean, it's just a lost art. Seeing decades of layers just getting peeled back, it's incredible. I mean, this sign goes all the way back to the founding of our city. I just had to stand here and take it all in, man. How cool is this? The 1940s in Myrtle Beach, everything looked like this. So they're taking the facade off of Sun City Cafe, and look what they've revealed. Seafood, steaks, chops, and chicken cafe. Crazy. Don't worry, it's gonna stay Sun City Cafe, but can you believe that? All this stuff is just hiding underneath all this plaster and stucco, and they just don't build it like this anymore. And it doesn't end there. I mean, you know, we got the tour here of the historic Broadway Theater. Yeah, we got the rare opportunity to go inside and poke around before the demolition crew. '70s,
yeah,
probably?
Probably.
Ooh, and they recline.
Encore used them. They were there.
And the attached buildings, I believe it was a pharmacy or something like that originally, right? Now this place had the original medicine cabinets, the original stairs, even original doors. You can watch the full tour before they started the renovations on the channel, obviously. But they've gotten a long way, you know, a lot done since the last time I was here. You can still see like the original building, the original brick and all that stuff exposed. They opened up those windows they told us they were gonna open up. It's happening. You know, we started this channel, what, 2020? It's been our whole thing is trying to preserve and protect and restore, you know, the stuff in Myrtle Beach that, you know, we can. Because our history isn't super long, you know, it's a lot like Los Angeles. You know, we were both founded around the same time. Our architecture, the most that we have, goes back to the 40s, 20s. So what we do have left, you know, it should be preserved. Because it's all we've got is our stuff from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And if this was Los Angeles or something, there'd be laws protecting these things. They have stuff in the book in Wildwood that says that if you know, are gonna tear down a building from the 60s, you know, because you have to put something that looks like it's from the 60s back. You have to rebuild it the way it looked. You know, we could use something like that here because we don't have a whole lot. I mean, for instance, I'm literally standing by the Wunderbar and Cozy Corner. And, you know, they're still just sitting here. This was Winna's for a while. Winna's obviously moved over to the old bakery, which again was restored, was the original bakery here. But you know, I would love to see Cozy Corner, the Wonder Bar come back. Wonder Bar's got some crazy history. I don't think I'm allowed to go over that in YouTube, but locals probably know what was going on in Wonder Bar. But yeah, I mean, this is a basement bar. There's a basement down there.
This is a very unique building.
This was the Cozy Corner, and this was the Wonder Bar. I even managed to sneak Adam the Woo in there when he was in town visiting.
We will.
He's not very common. This is the first one I see.
Yeah, he was telling me the story. This used to be called the Wonder Bar. This is great, yeah.
Yeah, it's got 2 bathrooms in the back. Little space there, little bar.
I love it. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks.
You know, that's got to be the only basement in Myrtle Beach. I can't think of another. And yeah, I mean, this stuff, it might look, you know, not spectacular right now, but it doesn't take much, as you see. You just get that spackle off. And I mean, all these buildings back here, you know, GSB, that's a historic building. All these buildings over here are historic and all restored. And this has all just been, since we started this channel, we've got to see all of this stuff happen. It's been sick. Whew. You can see where the seats are gonna go. Wow. Yeah, it's still a long way away, but you can definitely see where, you know, where it's going. I mean, they have all the interior stuff built, as you can see. Yeah, I guess just, you know, you're building on sand here. It's not an easy task, and especially trying to preserve and restore historic buildings built on sand. I think there's a line in a famous book about that. But either way, we're crazy. We built a city on a sandbar. That's what we do. This is the whole backside here. And I'll tell you, I mean, you know, alleyways and stuff like this, you know, they're not super preferred by cities. They don't like having stuff like that, you know. But let me tell you, as a filmmaker, I very much appreciate our alleyways, our dark corners. Like, it's kind of funny, actually. Our first movie, like half the stuff that we filmed at has been torn down or altered in some way. Second movie, guys, we were driving by the hotel that we did the Mint Jelly at. They were renovating. Like, you just can't win, man. Every time. But yeah, the former bus station by the church over here, We filmed Mint Jelly by that. That's a parking lot now. The whole thing got torn down. You just see a brick wall in the background. Tiki's shooting a ray gun. But gone now. But yeah, see all this over here. All historic, all restored. Super cool. And see, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like little alleyways and stuff like that. Filmmakers, man, we need things like that. It's very helpful. I never expected so much progress in just the 5 years that we've been doing this, but there has been a lot. I'm amazed. All this stuff has happened since I started making the channel. And it's funny too, because I didn't think that anyone would be paying attention to me when I started that either. So I can pretend and take credit. Be like, yep, this is all because of retro Myrtle Beach Guy, that's right. Yeah, it's just really nice to see, you know, that other people care. It is really crazy to see how many changes have happened in such a short amount of time, and it's nice to see that the future Myrtle Beach is going to look a lot more like the past.
This has been a Spinstead and Ederpt production since 1998.